Namaste. Let us see how to prepare 100 ml of M by 20 oxalic acid solution. For this I am going to take 0.63 gram of oxalic acid dihydrate and weigh it on an electronic balance as shown. After weighing 0.63 gram of oxalic acid, I am transferring the content into a clean dry beaker. Okay, with the help of a wash bottle, I am going to pour 30 ml of water approximately, and with the help of glass rod, I'll stir the solution in order to dissolve oxalic acid. Now, transfer this content, that is 30 ml of water, into an 100 ml standard measuring flask. You observe in this standard measuring flask there is one mark. Now till that mark we need to dilute the solution, which will make M by 20 oxalic acid solution. So let me start the process. I am transferring the content of this into a beaker. Again I'll pour roughly 20 or 30 ml of water, okay, and stir the solution in order to dissolve any residue which has been left out in a beaker, okay. Again I am transferring the solution into the beaker, standard measuring flask. Again I'll pour approximately 20 to 30 ml, stir the solution carefully, okay, and transferring the content back into standard measuring flask. Now I'll make a final dilution by pouring the quantity of water which I require till 100 ml. So take the standard measuring flask in your hand, transfer the content so that you can have an eye contact with the marking till what you need to dilute it. Ensure slow process in order to make it sure that dilution happens very fine, and we need not have to repeat this step again. Now, as you observe, this is colorless liquid, so I am going to choose a lower meniscus for this. Stopper the standard measuring flask, 100 ml standard measuring flask, and shake the content in order to maintain the homogeneity of the solution. Now, this is my M by 20 solution of oxalic acid, which is ready to titrate against the given KMnO4 solution. Now let us start with the titration process. This is burette, which is 50 ml burette. Now the burette will be provided that we need to first rinse with water. Certain quantity of distilled water has to be taken. Rinse the burette in order to clean it. Okay, so first I am rinsing this burette in order to clean it. Drain off the water, whatever we have added. Now take the burette in your hand and transfer the given KMnO4 solution into this burette carefully. The KMnO4 solution will be provided by the school, whose molarity we need to determine by using standard oxalic acid solution which was prepared in previous step. Now I will till the burette in order to make it sure that there is no air bubble left in a burette. Now transfer the excess content back into the beaker. Here we need to ensure, as it is a colored liquid, I am going to use a lower meniscus. This is what I am observing, a lower meniscus as a 0 mark. Now there is a clamp stand, or we call it as a burette stand. Hold your burette against you very firmly, and the markings should be in front of you, and ensure that there is a white paper below your burette. Now this will help us to find out the endpoint very easily. Burette has been filled, we need to start a titration. So for this, I'll take a 10 ml of pipette. 10 ml pipette has been taken. Put it in an oxalic acid solution which we prepared in the first step, and pipette out 10 ml of oxalic acid. Here also we need to fill up to the mark. There is a marking. Okay. Now once you observe it's been filled up to the mark, transfer the content into a 100 ml conical flask. Okay. Then add approximately 10 ml of dilute H2SO4 into this content in order to maintain acidic medium for the titration. Now please do remember, I require a heating, that is 60 to 70 degrees Celsius approximately is been required. Now this is to be done, heating is to be done because the reaction of oxalic acid against KMnO4, it's a redox reaction. Now this reaction is very slow. So with the help of increase in temperature, I am increasing rate of reaction so that the KMnO4 reacts with your oxalic acid quickly. So let me start the burner. Okay. Now I'll start heating it. You may choose to put in wire gauge or you may not choose to put in wire gauge, but ensure that you do proper heating. Now once you start heating, ensure that there is a cloudy atmosphere inside your conical flask, or the best way to judge is take the conical flask, touch it on your disc, it should be bearable. Till that level you need to heat the solution. Once you observe that after touching the solution is not bearable, you take it out. So I am just heating it over the burner. Okay. Again I do the testing. It's bearable. It's bearable again. So you observe inside some cloudy atmosphere has been formed, the vapors have been formed. And titrate this hot solution. Now see, it's not bearing now. So I'll stop heating the solution, put off the burner and titrate the hot solution against the KMnO4 which is given to you. Your end point will be colorless to light pink. So ensure that there is a dropwise addition. Hold the conical flask in your right hand and keep your left hand onto the knob of your burette and swirl the solution thoroughly. The dropwise addition ensures the proper endpoint for the reading. You may choose to hold your conical flask with the help of a napkin, or you may choose your test tube holder also for this purpose. See, as I'm swirling, you observe that pink coloration has been slowly has been developing into the solution. Yeah. Look at, this is my end point. That's called as colorless to light pink solution. And my reading here coming as 10.5 ml. So record this reading 10.5 ml in your observation table as a burette reading. Then repeat the same process, that is pipetting out 10 ml of oxalic acid from the solution, adding in 1 or 1.5 test tube, or 10 ml of oxalic acid or 10 ml of dilute sulfuric acid from a bench reagent. Heat the solution till you don't get concurrent reading. This is how we carry out titration of oxalic acid against KMnO4 and do the needful calculations, which you know what are the formulas to be used to calculate molarity as well as gram per liter of KMnO4 solution.